Alright, brothers and sisters, let's talk about altcoin season and when will it happen finally. We've been waiting for too long now. Ethereum has seen a major rally recently, which is very good. It's over 2.5x here from 1,400 to 2,800. But when is the actual one? We want to see our altcoins actually rallying because we're still not seeing them do that yet. We're just seeing Ethereum rally, which is a good sign for me here. It is a major good sign of strength and a good sign that we are probably likely, in my opinion, gonna see a major alt season. But not everyone is me, not everyone is really seeing what I'm seeing here. That's why today's video we're gonna be going through exactly what makes this next alt season probably one of the biggest we're ever gonna see here, and what's really happening here behind the scenes with altcoins. So remember, nothing is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, and this show is for entertainment, some education, and hopefully finding God. Don't forget to leave a like as well and subscribe, and let's get into it. Now this is very simple here, guys. Now for me, when I see Ethereum rallying, this means good days, happy days, and we've all seen it recently with altcoins rallying. We've seen our altcoins rallying as well. Our meme coins have seen some real decent recoveries. They don't look dead anymore. They look like they're coming back. We're seeing signs of hope, but with signs of hope, we also see a lot of people that are doubtful because they can't take the pain anymore, which is understandable. It's been taking too long. In fact, this being the longest bear market for altcoins. Now, this is the peak. This is others against Bitcoin, and this is usually how we measure altcoin seasons. And since the peak, since the 2021 peak till today, this being the longest bear market, which is 1,280 days compared to the one from 2017, let's say, which was around 970 days only. So that is one major reason that why people feel like this is taking too long, because it is actually true. It's been taking too long. But what's causing this to take too long? Why we're seeing this? Well, one major reason is the Fed's fund rates, or the rates, the level of rates. Are they high? Are they low? Are they low? Now, in 2017, the market did not care if the rates were increasing while altcoins were rallying. But in 2017, we could argue that this was a major bubble. Also, the rates did not go that high. In fact, they marked the top right around when the rates reached around 2%, which now they are at around 4.5%, way higher than where they were when the alt season topped in 2017. And then when rates completely dropped to zero after the lockdowns and everything, then we seen this major 2021 rally that everybody remembers. This was an astronomical, crazy rally. Altcoins, we had non-stop pumps and nothing could stop them back then. And pretty much this was the easy mode. This is what we all are waiting for here today. And as you can see, the rates now are still high. They went as high as 5% and now they are at 4.5%. Now, will we see the exact same thing where we need this to actually drop at least to 2% here before we see the alt season, before we see the actual thing start to grind up? Now, we are already seeing Ethereum rally. Is this the market thinking that we are going to see rate cuts and that it's on its way, or there is some hidden liquidity, global liquidity is increasing and all that that I've been talking about as well, which is pretty much affecting the charts as well. Now, if we look at the global liquidity, recently it's been going up, which really helped Ethereum to go up. But also Ethereum could be telling us that there is some money happening here. There is some money going on. There is some money injection. And we're seeing this with ETFs, with really, really strong inflows here on Ethereum with ETFs. And these are big banks like BlackRock and Grayscale. These guys, they know more about what's coming with the rates than we do. And we've seen some real inflows on Ethereum here with the ETFs, which really say a lot here, and which is why Ethereum has seen this major gain. And this alone is also a real major reason to be bullish on ETH ecosystem and ETH memes. Now, this could even not depend on the rate cuts because it's its own thing. It's its own ecosystem where Ethereum goes up, more money is in the Ethereum ecosystem. But when we're talking about others against Bitcoin and the rate cuts, this is impacting the whole space, the whole crypto space, besides Ethereum alone and Ethereum ecosystem or Ethereum memes for that matter. So when will the rate cuts happen? That's a question we need to answer to understand exactly when the major crypto bubble will happen. And now we're having a meeting next Wednesday now to see if we're gonna get a rate cut or not. Now the market is expecting that the rate will not change. We are at 4.5%, and the market is expecting we stay at 4.5%. Now if we get the same expectation, the market will not care, because the market is already expecting no decrease. If we get a sudden decrease, this can really impact altcoins to the upside, because the decrease, it was unexpected and the market has not really priced it in. As you can see, altcoins trying to move with Ethereum, but they can't find the strength yet. So maybe Wednesday, July, we could see a rate cut, and if that happens, that could be the start of the major leg up on altcoins. If that does not happen, now September is the next date for the second meeting and possibility of getting a rate cut, which a lot of people are expecting September to be, and I do think could be September. We have a September meeting, then on October and a December. Now the possibility of getting 2 rate cuts this year is pretty high. So if we don't get September, we're probably getting October and December. If we get September, then we're probably getting October and December. The good news here is that we're getting closer to our rate cut, and it's been a long time, and this chart here could just be telling us that we are close to a rate cut here, plus Ethereum rallying, which is sniffing out all that liquidity from the market and probably front running the news here and starting the old season by itself. And a real true rate cut this year could start things up finally towards the right direction here, and probably start another crypto bubble like the one we seen in 2020 or 2021, and then the one we seen in 2017. All we need is more rate cuts, which are more expected to happen than not, and probably happen this year, getting us few months of all season. And this could pretty much be 3 months of uptrend and all season, and altcoins outperforming Bitcoin, and the party could be over by the end of the year. So that's pretty much what I'm expecting to see happen. And today we are still at the lows. Now for the people wondering, are they late or what could we expect? Others against Bitcoin is still at its lowest point ever, which is telling us we are somewhat early here. Not financial advice, but I do think we're still early. Like even if we look at coins like Pepe, has not even really started gaining, but obviously it did not come back to these previous lows from 2023, so it's not really that it gave people any type of dips, and the retailers now probably are hating themselves from missing Bitcoin at 15,000, and they're wishing Bitcoin could go back down to 15,000. So there is some sort of FOMO here when it comes to altcoins, where people feel like they missed out on some major meme coins or altcoins, but there are still opportunities, in my opinion, not financial advice, that a lot of coins are still in their lows. Now, for example, Breton ETH as well, which is similar to Pepe, or like Dorky as well. Or we got Base for Everyone, which is a pretty decent, in my opinion, a pretty decent altcoin on the Base chain. We've seen this kind of good accumulation here happening on the Base chain. Now this is a coin launched by the Base chain itself, and it's been accumulating here slowly, but to me, in my opinion, it's holding strong here, which is something I want to see. I want to see it holding strong around these levels here before maybe going for a major rally as well. Now if we look at some other coins, for example, like Turbo as well, now some people got an opportunity to get into it again, like in 2024, early 2024 prices. It went as low as 100 million or below 100 million dollar in its market cap, and it recently kind of recovered, but it still has not really reached any previous all-time highs or nothing like that. And we got many coins that are still in this type of environment where they haven't really reached and slowly climbing back up. But the point is that they have not, people that missed out on 2023 and 2024 runs did not have really time to accumulate these at their really lowest points, like for some good entries here. So they are just recovering and trying to come back up, and generally these coins from the new cycle will perform better than the previous ones from previous cycle, but those from the previous cycle could as well come back to their all-time high, like we've seen with XRP, BNB, and others. We could see them come back to their all-time high, like Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, come back to their all-time high. Overall, most of the altcoins here that most people have access to, like the top altcoins, haven't really done any major rallies, and they are just getting started. But I do think soon soon we're going to see money from Ethereum starts to flow into other coins that are in the top 10 here. But I do believe we're going to have to let Ethereum do its thing here and let Ethereum really break above its all-time high and start the party here. So that's really what I'm looking at here. That's what most people are not looking at, which is I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to join the space right now and either feel like they missed out or buy the first dip probably, and they see the first dip, they buy it, and then they probably feel like it has not pumped and it's been 2 days, and probably like get out and then feel bad again at the highs or something like that, and kind of jump in at the highs again and get lost and then sell at the lows or something like that. So it is crucial to understand where we stand in the cycle. That's why I'm making those videos, to understand where we stand in the cycle, so our actions are not coming out of emotions but coming out of understanding what's going on here. Now, do I think others against Bitcoin come back to its 2021 high? Now, it depends, because here in others, I'm not sure if they are tracking every new altcoin that is out there here today. They're pretty much tracking all the dead coins from the previous cycle. Let's say Atom, for example, or DOT or something from the previous cycle that hasn't moved, which are still tracked and hasn't really moved at all. Like you can see here, Atom is pretty much at its lowest point, and this was a darling back in 2021. People really loved this coin, but then you can see the charts here has not came back to its previous all-time high, not even close. It's just been bleeding all this time from 2021. So these coins are still counted on others. So pretty much if these coins were not on others, others would look much different than it looks like today. Pretty much it would be pretty high here. If there were more, let's say, meme coins, which being the major category that outperformed this cycle, if there were more meme coins in there, like BONK, Pepe, and these top meme coins, others against Bitcoin would look pretty much different here. It will look pretty high, but you can see coins that are dragging it down are coins like Atom or some coin from the previous cycle that have not really done anything substantial. But it's not like we'd never seen them pump before. It's like Atom, for example, is an altcoin from 2019, and it did actually rally with the bull market and with the real true bull market, when actually we had rate cuts and everything. We can even look at the rate cuts here, and we can see that Atom as well really seen its real major rally right after the real rate cuts. Now, even it was a dead chart, but as soon as the rates dropped to zero, even Atom started pumping. And now we can see that it looks like a dead chart. Now, not sure if this will come back, but I know a lot of retail are caught into this and will be happy to see their investment back to their entries and whatnot, and get some cash on the side for some other good coins, let's say. But it all depends on this rate cuts. As you can see, as soon as these happen, the landscape here will look so different, so much different than what we see today. And also the vibe, people will be more bullish, more happy, more confident in all that. Not like today where we see any type of red really creates people to feel bearish again. Like today we're seeing greed like kind of getting back up towards neutral, getting back down towards neutral, which is abnormal, because usually when we go to greed, we do last there for a while in the real bull markets. But now it's like flip-flopping very easily from extreme fear to like neutral, and then as soon as it enters extreme greed or greed, it quickly goes back to neutral, because people don't believe this. But that's the main reason. I hope this makes sense. Now, the takeaway here is I do believe, in my personal opinion, that the big alt season is pretty much just depending on the rate cuts, and if they happen, that's what we've seen historically. We see a real alt season happen, which we have not missed yet so far since 2021. We have not seen one happen. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video till the end. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.